Becca, what happened to her? We had. Hey, we got 1 out of 3. You were one of the 3, weren't you, during that time? Weren't there 3 of you coming in? We're live on the Facebook, everybody. Happy Monday morning. Thank you for getting on to the morning grind. If you're on here, I appreciate you getting on here. If you're not on here, you're dead to me. You know what I'm saying, Cameron? Like those boys playing golf. We got a lot of people that are out playing golf today in a tournament, and they probably won't even take the time to get on my damn morning grind. You know what? What do you think about them?
Shitty.
Have you gotten on? Well, damn, I got a guy in the office. He ain't got in on.
I can't access my Facebook, that's why.
Why? You in prison? Facebook prison? Well, look,
I sent him a message so I could start.
there's going to be a few of you that get on here, and there's going to be a lot of you that don't get on here. But the ones that get on here, I'm going to give you a treat because I had dinner with a billionaire Saturday night. Welcome to the morning grind. Hey, Brittany, Remy, Cameron, thank you all for getting on here. If you do me a favor, like, comment, share. We're going to have a light audience because these dudes are out playing golf today. I look tan. Do I look tan on here? Man, that gray beard. Getting started, 60 seconds of gratitude. I'm very thankful that it's my birthday week. The countdown is on. Having a party at my house. It's probably going to start in the late afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock. What time are we starting it? 4. Damn, that's early. Well, we're going to start the party early. My house, if you watch this, you're invited. If you don't watch it, I don't want to see you over there. So if you come over there and I'm like, hey, do you watch the morning grind? They're like, what? I'm going to like, get the hell out of here. That's what I'm going to tell them. So getting into the show, I had dinner with a billionaire. Coach Burt brought this billionaire guy in from, I don't even know where he's from. I think he was from Arizona, but I don't know where he currently lives. I didn't ask. Hey, Cecilia. I didn't ask those kind of questions. Who here has ever had proximity to a millionaire? Have you?
Right now.
Who?
You.
Okay, that's easy. Who has had proximity to somebody that's worth $10 million?
Not me.
Yeah, we do. We got big boy over there, John. Yeah. Have you ever been around somebody that's worth $50 million?
Definitely not.
Have you?
I'd say so.
I'd say you're probably right. Have you? Okay. Do you think the man or woman that's worth $50 million thinks different than the person worth $5 million?
Yes.
They do. They do. They just see things. They don't. People that have accomplished more have been exposed to more. Therefore, they can just see more. So I eat breakfast with a guy that's worth probably $300 million very regularly. Okay, and he's from around here, so it's not as big of a deal. But on Saturday night, me and my wife, we had dinner with a dude that's worth $4.7 billion. And I had some takeaways. Whenever I go to these things, I'm going there for an intentional purpose of discovery. There's something that I want to hear, something I want to learn where I can take back. I'm not a big note taker. And none of you dipshits are either, it doesn't look like. I don't blame you. Do you take notes, Van?
Sometimes.
I don't take notes because I'm listening for this thing. Thank you, Josh. Josh, dude, I can count on, man. I can count on Josh. The fat boys over there, I can't count on those other guys, but I can count on Josh. I go and I'm listening for what he says. I'm very focused on what he's saying. That matters to me. And there's some things that I took away that he could just say things that I think. Like, it's so hard to put a clear thought out there that's you can articulate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's even hard for me to articulate exactly what it is that I'm thinking right now. But this guy could say, hey, Amanda, this dude could say very complicated things in one sentence where it might take us paragraphs, and somebody, they're sitting there like my dog staring at you in their head. What are you saying? Jeffrey Hoffman was his name, Josh. He could make things so clear he invented Priceline. How many of you have ever He was a founder of Priceline. Has anybody ever heard of Priceline? Have you? Have you? Well, how have y'all heard of it? Hello, cousin Noah. Yeah, he was that guy. He was that guy. It's worth like $98 billion or something. It's a huge. Yeah, William Shatner was one of their spokespeople. But one of the things he also invented is whenever you go to the airport, he invented those kiosks where you go and you can actually check in before you go up to the front. So there were some things that he said that I took away that were like, God, that's so mind-blowing. So I'm going to ask everybody in here, because he's a leader, okay? He started these companies. One of the first things that he said, he talked about leadership. What do you, I'm going to ask you this question, then I'll ask you what your thought is. What do you think, and think about this, what do you think the role of a leader is? What do you think it is they're trying to accomplish within their ecosystem, within their company? What is their primary job? I want you to just think and chew on that. Like, if you're the leader, what would you try to do?
Set standards.
Well, see, you didn't think about it. What would you think?
You're trying to guide the people around you to a certain objective that you, as the leader, see as that objective or goal.
You said set standards. If you're on here, Josh, yeah, he was cool. What would you say,
I
Cameron?
would say inspire. To inspire the people around you to ultimately achieve the goal, like you were saying that you have.
You're not clear. You got that thought up there and you're close. You're really close. Can you say it any better? If you're on here, let me know what you think the job of a leader is. Josh, was he cool?
To inspire others around you based off the work that you put in.
Well, you know, you're going to have the best culture. Culture is huge. A great leader's job is to produce more great leaders. See, whenever you're talking about, you can be inspired, not do shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? I could inspire Cameron to be inspired, but there's another thing that comes along, or it doesn't matter. You can be inspired, but without action, it does not matter. So to be a leader, you do have to be inspired, but you also got to take on the action. Lorema says to be able to know and do what the employees do on a daily. I don't know what that meant. What is she saying? To be able to know and do what the employees do on a daily. Josh said, shit, if I were a leader, I'm making sure everybody eats. Okay. There is a responsibility of the leader that everybody's got to be able to eat, or they would just go somewhere else where somebody else helps them eat. But really, what I've tried to do here, Van and Lorema, and we got a new person coming here. I don't know how they're going to adapt to my way of creating leaders, because I don't know. Van, how would you rate, without being concerned about how my emotions might lead me to react, what would you describe my leadership style to you as?
Trusting delegator, somebody that trusts, identifies and sizes up a person, can figure out what they're good at, and then be willing to let them go with it and let them make mistakes.
So, see, there's a part of me there's a huge part of me that's in alignment with Jeffrey Hoffman's message. I just didn't know how to really get it clear. So, Van, do you think I pay attention to the culture here?
More than most anything, except the metrics.
Okay, so because he did talk a lot about the culture, but what matters to me the most, what I'm really the most concerned with, or the most I guess driven by, is people coming here and then moving to a new position in their life. I want I look at Josh, Drew, Hayden, and Noah, and I see them getting to another level. Did you know Noah 5 years ago?
I did.
Did you know him 3 years ago?
I did.
How did you think his life was going 3 years ago?
Not like it was now. I didn't know him on that level to know much about his life, but I knew enough about to where when I saw, him doing this and start doing this stuff on social media.
Yeah.
it was on the
But do
rise.
you see him? Which way do you see him trajecting?
Oh, positive for sure. Up.
you knew Hayden, and you're Hayden's best friend supposedly. Are you? I don't know if you are or not. Where did you? And Hayden's not even on here. What do you think he's doing right now? Was he? Okay, so the Hayden that you knew 3 years ago, the Hayden that you know 3 years ago, what did he look like, and what was your impression of him? Where was he heading?
Wrong direction.
Wrong direction.
3 years ago, he's heading in the right direction.
He was.
He came here, I think.
Well, he came here about. Is it 3 years, Van?
No, not that long.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Before here, where was he going?
I think he was stuck in a rut.
Stuck in a rut. What did you know Hayden as?
A way different person. I feel like he was involved in things that was going to mess his life up.
Which way did you? Let me make it simple. Which way did you see him going? Up or down?
Down, all the way down.
Good or bad? Okay. What do you think has changed over the last couple of years? Obviously, you probably think I'm trying to get credit here, but I'm not.
I think he's put himself in a bunch of uncomfortable situations that's made him grow as a person and made him strong in each and every aspect.
Okay, so here's what I have forced those guys to do, and some people do it here, and I'm not holding a lot of people to the same standards that I held those people because it was a lot easier back then to do this. I forced those guys to take part of their day and put time into improving their day or improving their state, improving who they are. How many different parts of Cameron are there? You've got work, you've got finance, you've got relationships, you've got health, you've got all these things that make up who you are. Ideally, you would like all of them to be in like a great working order. You would like to be 100% satisfied in all those areas. But my question is this: how often are you guys very intentional about improving those areas? People that just I was talking to Van before I came in here, and I asked him a question. He's like, well, I think they just come in and they just work. They just work every single day. But my question is this: how much time are you giving you to improve those areas? How is a way you could improve yourself? In sales. In sales.
Spending money on.
You ain't got to spend money.
Going out and networking, getting better communicating.
Van, what's one way Cameron could improve that?
He could train.
Train. How much do you think Cameron trained last week? How many segments do you think you passed? If you just had to guess.
Over 20.
It looks like you passed. It looks like you passed 15, and your passing rate was 52%. See, here's what I'm telling you. If you really want to, like those guys, they had no choice. They will tell you, I made them come in and do this. And I can predict the people that will come in and do these things, how it's going to go for them. If you don't do this, I'll be very uncertain that you're going to have their level of success. So if you know you've got access to this, why would you not do it? What is it that's more important to your future self? Yeah, but see, you're not really do you know how I know you're not in alignment with that?
Because I didn't do it.
That's right. Yeah. So in the moment, there was something more important to you than doing that. But here's what I'm telling you. You can continue to do I asked Van this. What if me and Van lived out in the Pacific Northwest? Do you know where that is? What's the first state you think of? Where do you think of?
California.
Well, there could be part of the Northwest. Okay, well, let's say me and Van are out Brokeback Mountain in Oregon, okay? And me and Van grew up in we grew up in a situation where we didn't have TV or internet. We didn't know anything except what our granddaddy taught us. Our granddaddy taught us to go out and chop down these trees with an axe. Don't interrupt my show. My granddaddy taught me and Van to go out and we would chop down trees every single day. And we would just go out and chop down trees every single day, and we'd go out and we would sell firewood. But what if me and Van never researched and never learned there was an easier way to chop down trees with an axe? Is there an easier way than chopping down trees with an axe? Is there one thing you're thinking of? Chainsaw. Could you think of an easier way to get a tree down than a chainsaw? What? Bulldozer. Is there an easier way than a bulldozer?
Machine guns.
I don't think that would help. But see, thought evolved. Thought technology evolved. Are you willing to improve your technology? Do you think better technology helps you improve the situation? Well, ask yourself, why not train it? Because it's technology. So today's point is this: how much time do you take for yourself to improve the future version of you? My job as a leader to help you become better at what you do. That's what I need to do more of. How often do you say, man, I just need to put this 30 to 45 minutes in so I'm better? Here's what I'm going to tell you. You're not going to be significantly better anytime soon. It's going to take a while. I think you get better in like quarters, maybe 3 months, then another 3 months, and then after a year. And if you grow from a level you're currently at and you add these things and you do it for a year, the only way you're going to continue to grow is by adding more challenging things in there. Coming in and training every single day is not hard. Do you think it's hard? How often should you? We should do 4 segments a day. We got to get you on there. Would you do it? First off, do you want to do it?
Yes.
Will you do it every single day?
Every single day.
What if you don't do it?
I'm gonna do it.
What if you don't?
Then I won't grow and get better.
Here's what I need to know. If you don't do it every single day, can Travis karate chop you in the throat?
Yeah, for sure.
You got to let him do it. Von Grupton, shut us down.